and y'all. This is StevenWeven. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Riddle and Dig, as in Riddle Me This and Dig This, the podcast. I've been writing a lot over the last few years about a certain period in my life where I did a lot of things off the grid in eastern Humboldt County in the Great Mountains with some fun people and some not so fun people. It was a great time of life that afforded me a lot of luxury and opportunity, allowed me to then travel the rest of the year and perform as a professional juggler with my friends, the Poetic Motion Machine, the Free Love Circus, the New Old Time Chautauqua, and many others. This is a period I look back on fondly. Now, as I write about these things in my free time, I'm trying not to wax nostalgically, but I'm trying to document these things and create a memory bank. And sometimes I say, oh, this is a book. And then as I write more, oh, this is a chapter. And then I've got so many chapters or different phases and stories that I thought, well, these should all be podcasts. And I want to perform these live and read them and perform them. Very little of that has happened, but we're making some headway. The podcast that you'll listen to in a few moments is a chapter from that life. I didn't know quite how to approach this topic. So one night after a meditation, this just sort of started to spill out of me. And I think it's really nice. I think it's got some nice flow to it. I think it's got some nice pacing, some repetition. I think it's colorful. I like it. Tofu the goat, TYT. Its name was Tofu, and she was a goat. Unpenned, free range, she roamed the mountain. Tofu ate only organic food, natural shrubs, grasses, and weeds. In addition to her diet were delicacies such as ganja fan leaves and poison oak. You're welcome, Tofu. My friend Riverina, the shepherd, believed if the goat ate the poison oak and we consumed the milk, that it would build our immunity to the poison plant. I think it worked. Thank you, Tofu. Drink the milk we did. Fresh from the teat, and unpasteurized, whatever that means. In granola, from a mason jar, with curries and frothed in coffee. Even the vegans would enjoy. Gamey, strong, ornery, and delicious. Thank you, Tofu. Jane was a girl we all agreed had to leave the farm. She seemed unbalanced, perhaps unmedicated or untreated. Tofu the goat had attached herself to Jane. They were physical and inseparable. Quite the pair. I had to drive Jane off the mountain to town. That included the aromatic aura of Tofu's rank, gamey, strong, not savory odor. Tofu rubbed off more on Jane than she to the goat. My truck never recovered. Thank you, Tofu. Summers were hot. Work happened early on the farm. At noon, we'd eat, go for a swim, and take a nap before working again when the temperature dropped. Many nap locations were permeable by Tofu. If you had napped enough, according to Tofu, her beard and stench would be in your face with a bleat. Get back to work. Thank you, Tofu. Times changed on the farm. Seasons came and went, as did people. Riverina had been there for years, championed my inclusion, and was a friend. After her departure, her presence was felt for years, little did the newcomers know. The things she built and painted, her art, her reason, the tomato sauce and pickles she canned provided sustenance to many. Thank you, Riverina. Providing less to more and new people was Tofu. Tofu had lost her shepherd. A close second worst to a farmer without a farm is a goat without a shepherd. Her milk dried up, or at least they told me that. New people on the farm brought new ideas, and times change that they didn't have to tell me. Times changing is evident by my gray hairs, my life long lived off of the farm, and longing for the subtleties of times past that I can still hear, see, and almost smell. Thank you, tofu. No one wanted tofu, and a solution was offered. In place of one came many. There was horn jewelry, a fur hat, Persian barbecued ribs, hearty stews, and Jamaican curry. Even the vegans enjoyed. We harvested tofu and were fed for a few days. Her memory lasts longer. Thank you, tofu, the goat.